Hi guys, hi friends, welcome to Shiko Hope TV USA. My name is Shiko Hope and this is where we say now as a Kana we give you hope, we tell you never give up, never lose hope and always keep hope alive. Guys, if you are new here, if you are not new here, everyone, welcome to this family. This is where we give you hope. So guys, today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to talk about my first hosting experience. Guys, I was so hesitant to talk about this topic, but some people keep me pushing, telling me, Shiko, can you host me? Shiko, have you ever hosted anyone? Shiko, tell us more about that. But you know what, guys, because it is something that is past, and normally, guys, if you follow me, you know I normally tell you about my past. So why not share with you about my first hosting experience? And before we continue, guys, this is where we give you hope. So anything that I'm going to say here, it will give you hope. I don't like to tell people some things that will make you get scared or feel afraid or get afraid, but it will give you hope. So guys, let's get right into the video now. I don't know where to start, but you know, guys, I have to talk about this. Although I'm not going to disclose like everything about my first guests, but I have to tell you about my first hosting experience. Now, before I continue, you have been asking me, Shiko, are you supposed to be a citizen in order to host someone? Are you supposed to be an American citizen in order to host someone? Or can a permanent resident host someone? Or someone asked someone here, maybe you are in Kenya and you want to be hosted by a person in America, but that person tells you, you know, I'm not a citizen, I can't host you. Maybe being a citizen is a requirement to host someone. This is how things are. So, during my time, when we were coming, we were not being asked about transcripts and everything, bank statement, your hosts, IRS documents and whatever. So what we were needed to give for our host was just the address, the name and the address, just that. No more document from the host. But you know what? During Trump, the former president era, he introduced some things that were very strict, which are still on use even now. And yeah, those people that won green card after us, now that when they started submitting the host IRS document and filling that for my I-34, I think I'm correct. I'm not familiar with that form. That's why I'm not so good in that. So during our time, we could not submit those documents. So when I came here, it was on January 2018. We arrived here on January 19, I think. And by March 17th, we moved from our host place and we got our own apartment and we started now living on our own. Now, when the group that we want together, you know, you create groups, WhatsApp groups for those people that won green card that particular year. So we had a group and we were like 200 people in that group for DV 2018. We were like 200 people. So there are those people with low case numbers, they process their visas, they come when other people are still processing back home. Other people, you come one at a time. So I was among the first ones because we processed our visa on December 2017 and we managed to come here on 18th of January 2018. Now, when we came here, after like 2 months, after like 2 months, there is another person from our WhatsApp group, a couple or a family, let me call them a family, because they had a baby, and they came all the way from Kenya to New Jersey. But for us, we came to Texas. Guys, I told you about hosts. So those people, the person that was hosting them, it came a time after they arrived, the host, one of the host's spouse, was not okay with them hosting this family, now the new family. So that person said, oh, we are not supposed to bring another family in our apartment, blah blah blah. So guys, you need to go and look for somewhere else to go, because we can't keep you here. And they are just coming just 2 days, and they are not welcomed again. But for us, we have already managed to move to our new apartment. Guys, listen this and listen good. So these people, because they know, oh, Shiko Hope is already here, and then they posted on the group, guys, we are being evicted from our house. They are saying they can't keep us, blah blah blah. Now we don't know anyone else who will accommodate us. Guys, can you help us? So you are like, now who can help who? Because like everyone was in their house place. No one, I think a few people have moved now from their house place. I think it was only like 2 of us. Yes. And we were like, oh, these people are going to be homeless, because now they are not welcomed to that place. So what are we going to do? So we were like, for me, I'm like, oh, I just moved from my house place. I am not even settled. I don't have even anything, even beds. Remember, guys, we were doing we were doing the air mattress stuff. Remember, guys? So I was like, I can't afford to bring them to my home, but maybe, I don't know. So these people, they were like so much pressed to get out of that house, of that apartment. And they were like, guys, even we don't have money so that we can go back to Kenya and we look for another host when we are back to Kenya. Can you guys please try to lend us money so that we can pay for our air ticket and we go back to Kenya? Now, you don't have a bed, but someone is asking for your money and you give them for your ticket. And I was like, oh, I feel for these people. I just feel for them. And I was like, guys, you know what? I just told them like what Peter and John told the man at the gate. Silver and gold, we have none. Silver and gold, we have none. For me, I told them, you know what? I don't have money to give you for your air ticket. But you know what, guys? I have my apartment. It is not furnished. We don't have nothing. If you want to come here and we do this together, you just come. You get your social certificate. They had the social already. If you have the social certificate, I will get you a job, because the jobs are available, where we can be walking to and fro. And then after like a month or 2, you two get out of my apartment. Go start from scratch, like I did, or like I'm doing. Okay? So they thought, oh, that's a better idea. So I welcomed them to my humble apartment when I was only 4 months old in America and 2 months old in my own apartment. The way we were eating on the floor, no dining, no whatever, no beds, air mattresses was the thing. So that's when I did my first hosting. Guys, I had nothing, but I offered what I had. I just gave them shelter. And I told them, you know, guys, as you can see, my TV is there on the floor. We don't have a TV stand. We don't have beds. We don't have nothing. We are going to start here. In 2 months, you too. I'm not keeping you here forever. Me too, I'm trying to settle. I'll get you a job. I'll get you jobs. Because you have a baby, I thought the baby was less than a year old. The best thing, it was on summer. It was in summer, so there was no school going. So my kids were at home. So at home we had, and now it is 4 of us adults, so we could now alternate shifts. They arrived like today. The same time they arrived, I took them where I was working. We applied for a job there, and they were employed. And after 1 week, they were already making money. We could now work night, work mid-morning, work midday, yes. But at home, there had to be an adult to look after the kids, okay? So that's how I started. And I told them, now this is your family, 3 of you. For us, by that time, we were 5 of us. So guys, we have electricity to pay. Now it has doubled. We have water to pay. Now it has doubled because they were like 8 people in one apartment. So you are going to chip in to pay for the bills I can't afford. You have to understand, okay? I can't afford to be paying the bills that I used to pay when you are not here. So I have gotten you a job. You should chip in. We pay these bills. And it was okay. I'm not going to ask you for money for rent, because even if you are not here, we could also pay rent. But for the bills, electricity, water, you have to chip in. And we agreed. So they started working. We didn't have we had 1 car by that time, but you know what? Where I was working, I could walk, so we could work at the same company, walk to and fro. Now, after 1 month, I was like, guys, are you looking for a house? Because where we could walk, there were so like 3 complexes. I could tell them, can you go to that office? Ask about an apartment, get the requirements, and let me know. You know, guys, I can't even guide them because me too, I'm still new. Only 4 months in America. So I was like, I'm giving you shelter and you do the other things how you want it. So they were like, yeah. We are looking for a house and we want now a place where it is closer to our workplace because that's what they wanted. And I was like, oh, good. And I was like, by the end of next month, now I don't want to see you here again. Now you have made enough money to start life. Start small, like we are starting. You see? Like we are starting. You go to your apartment, get your apartment, and start small. And you know what? And then now we could now take shifts on cooking, cleaning, and everything. And I'm telling you, hosting is not easy. Hosting is not easy. Even being hosted, it's not easy as well. Now, when we were like 2 weeks until the date that we had agreed, and from this time, you just go to your own apartment and start your life there. They were like, we have not yet received our whatever. And I'm like, you didn't tell me you have not received your green card. They were like, oh, our green card was sent to the other place where we landed. They have not yet returned the green card. And I'm like, why are you telling me now? Why are you telling me now? You could have told me earlier because I have plans. I have planned myself. And I'm like, and they were like, you know what? And I connected on how the green card would be mailed to my address, and the green cards arrived on time. And then I could see, guys, listen here and listen good. I could see there is some go slow. You know, there is that thing that you see there is a go slow, like a strike. It's like, it's only me who can cook. If I don't cook, no cooking in that house. And I was like, oh. And then, even leave that, because I have to cook for my kids. You know, my kids are big and are many. So, I have to cook. Even if I don't cook, my kids will starve. So, I had to. Now, the schedule that we used to have before, now it is like, kuru, 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 kuru. But you know what? I have to, because I know it is just a matter of days and these people will go. And then they were like, Shiko, can you please give us one more month, because we want to buy a car. So we buy a car first and then we move from next month. And by that time, it was like 1 week to the day that we had agreed they are moving out. So I was like, excuse me, wait a minute, what? Yeah, we want to get a car so I can get a better job, and then we can just work for 1 month, and then we can just get out 1 month later. And I'm like, that's not what we agreed. We agreed, you come here, you work where we work 2 months, and then now we didn't talk about buying a car, because even now you don't need a car. We walk to work and we are good. What's the issue of getting a car first instead of getting an apartment? And they were like, that's what we want. And I'm like, that's not what I want. Guys, hosting is not easy. And I'm like, hey guys, you know what? My kids have not been sleeping where they are supposed to be sleeping. I brought you to my house, but now you want to overstay your visit. I'm not allowing that. Please guys, as we had agreed, next week, just the issue of getting a car is none of my business, and I'm not being mean, but you guys, you are now taking advantage of my, yes, because that's not what we had agreed. And they were like, hey, you guys, you are just kicking us out of your house. And I'm like, yes, if that's what it is called, being kicked out, let it be. But next week, from this day, I'm not going to welcome you here again. And the issue of getting a car, please, that's none of my business. My business is for you to get an apartment and move out of my house. And that's what they did. But guys, before they left, that last week, now from that time that I said, no more 1 month in my house. You go start from scratch. You'll get a car when you are in your own apartment, not here. I'm squeezing too much. No, Yeah. So, before they left, the last 1 week, it was like hell. They could not talk from work to the bedroom. They close themselves in the bedroom. I cook. I cook. They come to eat. I don't cook. No one cooks in the house. They come with their ready food. They buy their ready food for the last week. And I was like, hey, my goodness, what is this? What did I do to my family? And I'm like, oh my gosh. But you know what? I offered the little I could afford. But now it's like I did a big mistake bringing these people to my house. And I told God, I opened my door with one heart. But they are taking advantage. And God, I can't go on with this. Let them go. And that's what they did. The last 1 week, they could not even talk. Yes. Because they are like, I have kicked them out. That's what they were saying. They could not talk. They could see like, I am going to throw their bags outside, but I can't do that. And they were like, I'm mean. I'm not listening to them. They want to get a car first. But I was against that. I was just telling them, you came here the first day. I got you a job. I got you jobs. So what else do you want me to do? I buy food. Even the bills that we had agreed that you'll be sharing, now you are even not doing it. I can't afford to keep you here again. Let me be a bad woman. Let me be a bad host. And I told them, I'm not a host. I'm still trying to settle. Even myself, I'm still a guest in America. Just 4 months, and I opened my doors to them, And I told God, God, you know my heart. But God, you know I'm not, whatever I'm doing is not wrong. I have played my part well. God, can you let these people just leave my house in peace? But they just left. They got the apartment and they continued working where we were working. But now, no talking, no nothing, because I don't know what happened. They said I kicked them out, but I didn't kick them out. It is what we had agreed, and I was not able to extend I don't know what to call it. I could not now extend my hand more than I could, because it could harm me and my family. So guys, that's my first hosting experience. And after that, I had done many hostings, and all the other hosting I have done, they all went end well. I have never ever hosted any other person, and it ended bad like the first one. The other hostings I have done, they all went end well, and my guests, we are friends like this. We have never crossed each other's path, and we are best friends. I know you are going to ask me below, Shiko, how many people have you hosted so far? I'm not bragging, but I have hosted like 4 more families, now plus the first one. Those makes 5 families I have hosted in my house. But you know what? The first one, the one that I have just given you a story, I could say it ended in premium tears, but no. It did not end in premium tears. It was a blessing in disguise. Yes, it brought so much blessings to my family, and I thank God, because I opened my humble apartment to these people and I offered the little I could. And God is not a respecter of person, because the blessings that I received from that time, they were overflowing. The blessing that I received, they were overflowing. And I told God, I will be opening my doors to everyone who wants me, and whoever I want to, and whoever wants me to shelter them or to host them, because God is the giver and He sees. And because of the smallest I offered during that time, God blessed me. God blessed me. By that time, I was in an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, and by God's grace, I moved from that place. And you know what? God is a miracle working God. So that was my first hosting experience. It was so difficult. It was not easy at all. Noting that I was only 4 months in America and 2 months from my host place, but I just did what I did, and I thank God I did it. And I thank God I did it, and they found an apartment and they started now from scratch, because that's what I could offer. It was okay, because I did not kick them out like their previous host, but I offered them a place to stay for 2 months, and that's all. So guys, that was my experience. It was so hard, but now God blessed me. Yes, I can say that our God blesses whoever He wants. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching. I know you guys, you are going to say, Shiko, can you host me? Shiko, can you host me? Okay, right now I have hosted a family, and I don't want to, that's why you don't see my people running up and down, running up, because I normally keep things private. But you know, this is a past thing. This is a past experience. That's why I decided, let me do it. And because you have been telling me, Shiko, can you host someone? I don't just going around announcing that I'm hosting. No, but I can say that each and every time I have a guest in my house. I have a guest in my house each and every time. This one moves, I stay like 2 months, another one comes in. So that was my experience. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I believe in that you'll be faithful with the smallest that you have, and God will be faithful to you with as much as you want. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you love this video, just give it a thumbs up and let us interact in the comment section. Don't tell me that I was mean. Please don't comment below that I was mean, Shiko. How can you tell them to go? We had agreed, okay? I was not mean. I was so willing to accommodate them. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye-bye.